right. Very much like last night on the report that I gave you, that I thought Green Bay played a good game, better than what we did. They made fewer mistakes than what we did. So, and that includes myself in the mix here. It starts with some of the calls that I could help our guys with, in particular down the red zone, and then some of our execution down there. Whether it's penalties, sacks, whatever it might be. But I can help them with that part and do a better job there. Defensively, our objective is to get off the field as soon as you possibly can, and they were able to use the clock and in a couple different ways by not getting off the field and then letting it get down to that 5-second area. So they shortened the game that way and opportunities that way. So we can do a better job in both those areas. We did some good things on special teams, but we gave up a fairly big kickoff return. So we can tighten that part up likewise. We're very close. And as you guys know, in this league, it's a week-to-week thing. I mean, I know the 49ers are doing a great job right now, but they went through a period where they lost 3 games and everybody thought it was over. And so I understand that's how it's perceived outside our building, inside the building here, though. We understand that. We understand we've got to get better. I was able to talk to the team after the game and tell them that. And the margin between winning and losing in this thing is small, just to start with. So if you start messing around with some of these things that I just talked about, then you can fall behind in a game. It's tough to get yourself back into that position. But at the same time, you're very close. So you take care of that, and then you end up on the long end of the stick there with a win. So, anyways, with that, time, I don't have anything for you injury wise right now. So we'll get that to you later.
Let's go first to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, Coach, just stemming from the mix-up with Pat and Sky that led to the interception, and considering the Tony injury, having to change plans with playing him early, anything you could point your finger on with the rapport with Pat and this developing group, and what's the confidence level, and what tells you that these pass catchers can grow with him as you guys approach this and wanting a lengthy postseason run?
Yeah, so listen, I mean, Pete, those things happen. I mean, where even between good receivers, good quarterbacks that have these great reputations and so on. So those things will happen every once in a while, and you learn from it and you move on. So that's what we've got to do there. I mean, both guys, the quarterback and the receiver, are good players. So it's I don't think it's a drastic thing there. They've got to be on just make sure that they clean that part up, and they will.
Let's go next to Jesse Newell. Go ahead, Jesse.
Hey, Andy, I just wondered, do you think Nick Bolton will be back this week?
Yeah, so Jesse, he practiced last week, and I know he's chomping at the bit to get back in there and play. So we'll see how it goes for this week. He will be a week better, though. I know that, and we'll just see how it works out. As these next couple of days.
Let's go next to Todd Palmer. Go ahead, Todd.
Hey, Andy. I wanted to know about the injury to Drew Tranquil. Did that limit anything you guys could do with the new green dot in there? And how many reps did Jack get during the week? And what were your just initial thoughts on the job he did stepping in a tough spot there?
Yeah, so Jack rotates in during the week, and we'll spot Drew. That's part of what we do. Very, very smart and he's very smart. And I thought he did a decent job in there. He made a couple of nice plays for us. I know everybody's got confidence in Jack. So it's too bad about Drew. He's been doing a phenomenal job for us, and just took a knee to the side of the head. I think you probably saw that. And so, fast recovery for him, we hope. And then it was a good experience for Jack to get in there and get some extensive play time. But Jack's he's not just a throw in there. He does a pretty good job.
Let's go next to Todd Lebo. Go ahead, Todd.
Coach, on that the interception last night with Sky and Patrick, I saw a comment from one of the Packers players that said that they had kind of picked up a tip on a hand gesture or something. I wonder if you could just kind of talk a little bit about not exactly what you guys do, but how cognizant are you of making sure you try to hide those things, and what kind of that game is in the National Football League to decipher and disguise what you guys are doing? Yeah, very few of those things get by. I mean, normally you see it, you don't know what's coming, but you see something. And I'd say that's I'm not sure that they've seen that same one before. So but that's how that works.
And we'll go last to Matt Derrick. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Coach, a couple of questions for you.
Yeah.
I know you said you didn't have anything on injuries, but the Brian Cook injury looked pretty nasty last night. Jeremy Fowler was reporting that his x-rays were negative. Is there any, at least initial positive news for Brian?
Yeah, he's had work done on that ankle before. And so that's kind of what they're going through right now before anything's put out there. I don't want to give you anything that either way on that, because I don't know, because of the work that he's had done on that ankle. So I'm gonna just kind of save that for later till I can give it to you, the facts.
Gotcha. And the word for your team this year is united. What does that mean to you, especially at a time like this? And is that a message that you lean on to this team right now when you're going through a tough stretch?
Yeah, so we're up and down right now. We've just got to get a little bit more consistent, and in order to do that, everybody's got to stick together. And so I've seen guys helping each other out. I haven't felt like anybody's turned their back on each other, but it's no more important than to be united together than now.